Welcome back to Just Scribble. Today we are going to swatch out some fountain pen inks from Wearingeul inks. I bought these from Vanessa Pens. This is the nice little note from Mike. They are one of my all-time favorite pen shops, and I was really excited that they were carrying these inks. So I have been checking out the Wearingeul inks for quite a while. They have some really unique collections with some really beautiful colors, but I hadn't actually bought any yet. But then when talking to my sister about the inks, found out that she had been checking them out as well and thinking about buying, and so we decided to buy together. So 2 of these inks are for me and 2 of these inks are for her, but I'm actually going to swatch all 4 inks out so that you guys can check them out. So the inks that I bought, or that we bought, are Don Quixote, MacBeth, White Rabbit, and Faust. So White Rabbit and Don Quixote are mine, and Faust and MacBeth are hers. And MacBeth is a glistening or shimmer ink, which is something that she absolutely loves. So 3 of these will just be normal like shading inks, and then 1 will be a glistening ink. So we are going to swatch these out and check out these colors. What actually prompted me to finally place my order is that I have a pen that I think is going to be a perfect match for White Rabbit, a new pen in a new brand that I've never bought before, and so I really wanted to get the White Rabbit ink so that I could try it out in that pen. So that's actually what prompted my finally purchasing after seeing these inks and thinking they were so beautiful on social media. So we're going to start out, we're going to start out with White Rabbit because it's the lightest. We're going to kind of go lightest to darkest, and then we're going to save the shimmer ink for last just because it keeps my water clean. Hoping that the little White Rabbit appears and you can see him. So it has this really cute label where if you look at it one way it says White Rabbit, and if you look at the other way the little rabbit appears. And it says that this is from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, from that collection. We're going to swatch out with my automatic pen. This is my favorite thing to swatch with. We're going to swatch on Cosmo Air Light paper. This is a notebook I use for swatching. I have my little rag to wipe my pen on. I have my water to rinse the nib. And then I also have this dip pen that I'm going to use to write the name of the ink. They actually have some really cool collections. The way that they've come up with their collection names and colors is really cool. They have a Wizard of Oz set that I'm actually really drawn to. And then they also have these potion mixings where you can add shimmer to any ink, just mixing in the little potion bottles. And I think that is really cool as well. I'm not at the right angle for writing with this pen because I am actually standing to film. It works a lot better when you're not standing and trying to write with a dip pen. There is White Rabbit. I really like this ink in the few swatches that I've seen. I actually haven't seen that many swatches of White Rabbit, and the ones that I have, a lot of them, the lighting was really, really bad. So I'm hoping that this will give you guys a good visual of what these inks look like. So next we have Don Quixote. You guys know I love brown inks. And this one is a sort of reddish brown. I was really drawn to it. I tried to convince myself that I didn't need it. And then my sister said, "Oh, I've been really wanting to try that ink too." So that sealed the deal. We decided that she could share it. I really need to sit down to write because I'm doing a terrible job with this pen. This pen is not, or this nib is not bad. It's actually a really good nib. I'm just at a really bad angle. Each box does come with the label on the outside and their brand. And then inside, I apologize if you can hear my kiddo in the other room talking to my husband. And then inside, each one comes with a little swatch with the name of the collection, the name of the ink, and then the color tones and the Pantone. So we have that for each one. So I'll set those down below. That way we can check them out. I think that is a really nice thing that they do in their inks. So this one is Faust. This one is my sister's pick. They do a lot of their collections based off of authors, which I think is really nice as well. A lot of book and author inspirations. Ooh, that's nice and dark. So this is a black, but it seems like it has some green undertones. When I mix it in the water, granted it's mixing with those other colors, but it kind of has like a green undertone now. These other bottles don't have the sort of like changing label. The White Rabbit is the one that has that. These are pretty straightforward. And then last we have MacBeth, and like I said, this one is a glistening or shimmer ink. So you can check that out on the little card. You can see all that shimmer down there. I am going, and that has, oh, look at the hollow on the name. Oh, I love that. So I'm actually going to shake this up just because I'm using a dip pen and my automatic pen. If you're filling your fountain pen, you do not want to shake the bottle. It causes air bubbles, and then you can get blurps and stuff with your pen. But if you're using a dip pen or just swatching, it's okay. I can see the little particles moving around in the swatch. Getting a little better at writing standing up with this nib. I really need to clean off my new filming station and get it finalized so that I can film sitting down. It'll be better. So I'm going to lift this up carefully so you can check it out wet. Then I'm going to let it dry and come back and we will see what they look like dried. But there you can see the White Rabbit and Don Quixote and Faust and MacBeth. So pretty. I actually think these look really pretty together as well. I think they are really pretty inks. I think we did a good job in our selection of our first inks from Wearingeul. All right, so I'm going to let this dry and then I will come back and we will check them out dry, see how that shimmer is, see all the shading and the color variation and all of the things. Okay, everything is pretty much dry. I really like these colors together. They are so pretty. I am definitely going to have to buy some more inks from Wearingeul. All right, so here we go. We have the White Rabbit, which has these beautiful color variations in it and lots of shading. I think it is a really great light neutral that's still readable. Sometimes light fountain pen inks are just so light you can't even see them, but this one you can actually see when written, and I think it's so pretty. It's a little bit pink, a little bit beige. I think it is just a gorgeous color, and I'm really glad I got it. Next we have Don Quixote, and it is more purple. I just moved the paper, sorry. It is more purple than I actually thought. In a lot of what I had seen online, it looked redder. I'm actually glad that it's more purple. Purple is more my color than red, and I think it is so pretty. I'm trying to think of what pen I'm going to put that in, but I'm really glad that I got that one as well. Next we have Faust, and I'm hoping that you guys can see it. Let me move these off. It'll be easier. Like I said, when I mixed it in the water, you could see that the water turned sort of green, and that's because it has this gorgeous green sheen. It is so pretty. What a lovely black, just to have a little bit of a fun pop to it. You can actually see the sheen in the writing as well. It comes off as a sort of green gold. I don't know if that's picking up, but it is really pretty. And then we have MacBeth with the gorgeous shimmer. That MacBeth is so pretty. It's a sort of blue purple, like a blue, smoky blue with purple undertones, and it is really, really pretty. I think it just looks so nice and so feminine. I think my sister made great choices as well. But that is my swatching of my first ever Wearingeul inks that I bought from Vanessa Pens. I can tell you that these will not be my last. I will be buying some more because they are prettier in person than I had seen online, and I would definitely like to be able to buy more and share more with you guys, even if it's just samples, so that you guys can get a really good visual of the colors of these inks. I'm really happy with our choices, and I'm really glad that we decided to try out these inks. I would love to know if you have tried these inks out, or if there are any colors that you were interested in seeing. I will add them to my list, and then I will buy some samples or some bottles, and I will swatch them for you guys so you guys can check them out. If you have any questions about these inks or about these colors, please don't hesitate to comment below, and I will definitely get back with you. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos, and don't forget to just scribble.